With less risk-taking, we get a less dynamic economy overall. So there's less entrepreneurial risk, less investment in productive assets, because what property is it's not a productive asset. What this housing market has become is it becomes so large and integral. It starts to absorb a huge share of people's income, a huge share of debt, a huge share of credit creation. It crowds up mobility, risk-taking, and productive investment. Career choices become more about affordability over risk. People are less productive because they're not ending up in places that they otherwise would have. What this leads to is more stagnation within the economy. You get these inflated values, and that starts absorbing the share of the wealth rather than productive investment. One example I can point to is Japan in the 80s. It was essentially an economy organized too heavily around its asset values, a lot of real estate as well, like Australia. And so when these asset values failed to rise or even fell, they entered a period of stagnation where a lot of the wealth was tied up in protecting old assets instead of investing in new productive ones. It's more gradual than sudden as well. Point to America as an example where their culture is built on almost patriotic risk-taking, whereas Australians just don't quite have that same energy. So you can look at the Silicon Valley, which is like where innovation really takes place, particularly in tech, whereas Australia doesn't. It does have some innovation in tech, but it's just not the same.